For the integrative activity, we are here to talk with a psychologist about her university experience. Hi, how are you?
Hi, very good, thank you.
Can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course, my name is Aide Coronado. I am from Chihuahua, and I've been married for almost 17 years, and I have two children, Abdiel and Gerardo, and I studied to be a psychologist here in the University of Montemorelos, and right now I am working like psychologist. I have a podcast, the name is Tu Familia al Máximo, and in this podcast I am helping people with all kind of family issues.
Okay, well, thanks for having us.
Oh, you're welcome.
Let's start with the interview.
Okay.
Uh, how much did you use the bus or another vehicle?
Well, actually, I live in the university because it was a border college. That means that we lived there. So everything was close to me, the school, the dorm, the cafeteria. So I was walking most of the time,
Yeah.
all the time, actually.
Where did you used to lunch?
In the cafeteria, the university have the cafeteria. So I had lunch there.
And did you used to visit your parents?
3 times a year because I live here in the university. So I went to my house in winter time, springtime, and summertime. 3 times a year I visited them.
What homework used to be more difficult?
Well, maybe math. Yeah, I am thinking about that, and maybe it's math, the more complicated for me sometimes.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hello, my name is Eduardo.
Hi, nice to meet you, Eduardo.
Well, do you used to have problems with any signature?
Well, I don't remember. I don't think so. I don't think so that I had at least big problems with a signature. No, I don't remember that. I really like my profession. So I was in love with my career. So I don't remember. I don't think so.
No. And they used to skip class anytime?
Anytime, no. But sometimes I did. I recognize I did sometimes. Yeah. Few. Few times, yeah.
Well, where and how did you used to make homework?
Because I lived in the university, it's a border college. I in the library, the university have the only library, so I did my homework there with my friends.
Or any team did you used to think in leave?
Never. I was so happy there and never thought about that. Never.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Did you used to have a bad teachers?
No, I don't remember. Actually, I had really, really good teacher, awesome teacher. Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Did you used to sleep in the apartment?
No, I sleep in the dormitories at the university. I
Okay.
live there.
And did you used to speak in class a lot?
Well, not a lot, but yeah, I remember I speak with my friends at class, and I had really good memories about that. But yeah, a little bit I speak at class.
Okay. And did you used to study a lot?
Yeah, sometimes I had hard times studying a lot. I remember one time I had a special homework. I do not remember exactly what was, but what I can remember right now is that I started around 7 or 8 my homework, and I can remember when I working a lot, and after a lot of time when I look at the clock was 6 o'clock in the morning. So I stay awake all night, and I even didn't notice. So it was hard sometimes, and other times not too much. But I had a lot of fun.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Rolando.
Nice to meet you.
Did you used to work in university?
Yeah, I worked a lot. I worked in the library. And some Fridays and every Sunday I went to Monterrey, and I remember that I sold magazines and books.
Okay. Did you used to rush to class?
Sometimes, yeah, especially the first class. I had problems with one teacher, I remember, because most of the time I was in hurry and I had little problems, yeah.
Okay. Next. What time did you used to read at home?
Well, because I lived there in the dormitory, we had to be there 9:45. After that, the dorm was closed, so I had to be sure to be there 9:45 or before that every day.
Okay. Did you used to pay attention in class?
Yeah, I was in love with psychology, and right now I am in love too with. So yeah, I always was so attentive. I'm so curious about what the teacher was saying, and yeah, I really love my profession.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Ruth.
Hi, Ruth.
Well, my first question is, which one used to be your dream job before you were a psychologist?
Well, I don't know if you can believe that, but I always dreamed with being a psychologist since I was a little child. When somebody asked me, what you want to do when you be a grown up? And I always say the same, I going to be a psychologist. And I did.
Well, the next one. What did you used to do to have fun?
Wow. I had a lot of fun with my friends. We went to the pool and we just hung up to play, to talk, and we went to Monterrey. And I remember that we really liked it, go and had lunch in Josefino's. Yeah, we had really, really nice time there.
Okay. And did you have a funny memory from where you were, how do you say, where you live in the university?
Oh yeah, I had a lot. I remember I lived in the dorm. In my room were around 5 or 6 girls, and we had bunk beds. And I remember that bunk beds, in order to support the mattress, they had little a piece of wood. Good. So sometimes we take away the wood, and the mattress was just in the surface, but with no support. So when my friend came and sit there, just went down, and was so funny. We laughed a lot, and we did a lot of funny things.
Well, thank you. That's all.
You're welcome.
Time for this interview.
We really appreciate it.
Thanks for sharing your college experience with us.
Thanks for watching this video.
Profe, pónganos un 100.